It's Reality and Chill with Kenny and Nash, and we are going to look at Beverly Hills, Season 15, Episode 10.
Yes, cannot wait. Good episode with Beverly Hills today. Covered a lot.
It's killing it this season. For Bose, I am so in love with her. Do I get a name right? Bomoza? Bozoma. She's the coolest. I'm completely into her.
Yeah, I have so much respect for her. She's like, I love watching her conversation with her daughter. How she parents, like she's just, there's something about everything about her I love.
She's got a real
She's cool.
maturity in terms
She
of
does.
how she manages conflicts, how she supports her friends at the right time in terms of
Yeah.
like engaging, like to sort of support their growth as well. She's really cool. She's like super cool woman that has got her shit together, big
Right?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and she has no problem saying it how it is. She's super
Yeah.
honest, which we love in reality TV. She cuts through
Yeah.
it. Yeah, no, absolutely loving her as well.
And we need that against Amanda. I mean, this is why I'm really glad Amanda's joined the cast as well, Scamander, because these two opposites, one bit willy-washy and kind of like moving the goalposts all the time and not really clear. It's just not really, it doesn't feel as honest, does it? Whereas Bose, when she speaks, you can just tell there's a real authenticity and a real honesty and it's clear. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I think Rachel is really authentic and honest as well, which I really appreciate.
Oh, so love her.
I know, every time I watch her, I just love everyone.
The Hamptons. See what I meant about mom talk? See how that term mom talk, because I get so confused, us being Aussies, we're still working out the geography of the place, but you got Hamptons and then you got mom talk somewhere close by. And then that used to confuse me so much with the mom talk. Why? You know what I mean? Like it's confusing for us Aussies. What are we talking about here? But yeah, so you could see that that's a place where they go to party in the Hamptons. Looks fun.
Yeah, that's where the summer house guys go as well, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, must be close. So, yeah, that was fun. Man, Rachel is so cool. Like, how about them just sitting down? Donna Karen walks past and they're just chatting to Donna Karen. Like, she's in the mix. Like, but she doesn't gloat.
She's effortless. She's
effortlessly just so chic. She's like, if anyone could be snobby, you would think it would be her with the people that she surrounds herself with. She's, in the fashion world especially, they can be a bit sort of like that. But she just is so down to earth, doesn't brag, and I just can so appreciate that. I don't know, I love her.
She's got that, she's vulnerable. And she's super cool. So, like, to be able to have that vulnerability with it, like with Lisa Vanderpump, you never really saw her vulnerabilities. It was really only when her brother, committed suicide that you started to see some cracks. But I think what I really love is the authenticity with the vulnerability. Like, that is such a beautiful trait. Like, audiences just really resonate with that because we've got a woman going through divorce who's really open about the fact that she just can't stand her ex right now. And she's got some resentment that's there. And I love that she's not trying to hide it or mask it, that she's like, no, this is what it's like. And that's vulnerability to be able to go, yeah, like this is who I am and what I'm feeling. And I'm not going to shy away from that. Like, yeah, I'm not going to try and act like it's something it's not. So I think in Beverly Hills, we've needed this more so in this area and don't you think, than others? Because they kind of were so I don't know, it just felt very surface level a lot. And now we've got this really rawness that's come in, particularly this season. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? As you were saying that, it just reminded me of Kyle. Like, we've had Kyle who's been going through this divorce for years. Not once has she really opened up about anything. It's all been extremely surface level. Never really said anything about what Murray's been doing or not doing. You know, it's like, "Oh, no, we're all good, we're friends, we're not divorced, we're still pretty much, you know, we're just separated." She's never never really talked about Morgan that much. So we've not really cracked any of that. And then this is a complete opposite, with
That's
Rachel.
right. That's
Yeah,
right,
so
and that's been Kyle the whole time we've known her, right? The whole
mm,
time we've known her, we'll see, "Oh, I've got" like, it's like telling stories about the clashes with her sisters or whatever, but then on this veneer where she's always like the good guy or whatever, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, trying to
yeah,
mask some of those, I'm truly just can't stand her right now, or, you know, like, just being a bit more raw with your emotions and being in touch, and I don't know if it's because Kyle's not in touch with her emotions, like, maybe it's just being brought up in Hollywood and it's all about that social climbing and a certain face that you don't develop that part of who you
yep.
are. Whereas Rachel Zoe, I mean, she's amazing. She's yeah, she's really cool. She
She's
I can understand why you say I want to be Rachel Zoe because I aspire to being that type of woman, you know, like in terms of just somebody that is so she's so, sophisticated, not snobby, but is also going, "Yeah, come on, let's go out and have some fun." And I get it, we'll go home early and sleep, but, like, also trying to, like, bring her friends up, you know, that are also going through hard times and go, "Come on, we're 2 I've danced more than I have in this last couple of years, and it's like this new lease. There's with all that resentment and difficult, it's just so raw and then so open about some hope as well, which is really cool to see. I love seeing Dorit kind of go, "Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah, let's go have some fun."
Yeah, just
It's
loosen up,
great.
let your hair down, and enjoy
Yeah.
yourself. I mean, they need that little sort of bit of light in their lives. They're going through heavy stuff. But yeah, you know what? Just on Kyle, I think she's like that. Her whole family's like, I got this fly flying around. It's doing my head in. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Anyway, this with
Aussie
me.
summers, you know?
Oh,
Oh,
so yeah, Kyle, I feel like she's like that because her whole family's like that. I've been watching a little bit of Paris Hilton's like reality show she has had recently, and Kathy Hilton and her, they they don't talk about anything, like even
it was
amongst
so
themselves.
weird. Yeah, I watched
Did
some
you
of
watch it?
that
Yeah.
because of her trauma and abuse, I kind of wanted to see and just that whole head in the sand, not being able to yeah, I think it's really weird, isn't it? It's like a whole,
It's
um
bizarre. I
It's
don't
it's
know.
it's cultural though as well. I feel like in Hollywood, there
Yes,
is
of
this
course.
really dark side, right, that's starting to come out now in different press arenas and whatnot. So, but you can see that whole of keeping a front up or you know, it's Hollywood, it's glitz, it's glamour, and so for somebody that's a childhood star,
Yeah.
obviously we know with Kim, Kyle's sister, she obviously went through something pretty traumatic for her to be that they don't really talk about, but you can tell for her to go into
Mm.
as crazy
Yeah.
drugs as she had and being a
Yeah.
child star, it makes sense, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a really good reflection of Hollywood where Kyle's at.
Mm.
And for most of Beverly Hills, it does sort of
Mm.
show this jostling for position and maybe not being truly in touch because you can't be, because then you'd have to deal with these really hard, difficult feelings and emotions like my husband's been cheating on me for the last 10 years or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. It is cultural. Yeah.
So saving
Sad.
face, right? Like saving
Saving
face.
face. Absolutely. It happens a lot there.
Yeah.
It happens a lot in
Yeah, it
general, but
does.
very much in Hollywood, you're so right.
I think so too. I think there's a particular there's a different type of class system going on there, isn't there, in Hollywood? And you can see we don't really understand the rules, but we can feel them. We can feel that there's something a bit off here and there,
Right. Yeah.
with it, which has been so great to have Amanda not part of that scene, and then you know Zoe and Bazoma all from like not part of that Hollywood glamour, you know, like
Mm.
background. So you've got these 3 different energies coming in. I think it's been so useful for this cast. It's just we really needed it. Yeah.
We absolutely needed it. It was getting really flat there, but now it's got a little bit of everything. And wow, Amanda, can we just talk about that?
Man.
She look, I love watching her because she's hilarious. What was that line she said? She was talking to her husband.
Well, just that, she didn't outsource her financial
Oh,
stability and
yeah.
independence to a man. And it's just like, I think she wants to see it like that. She wants to believe that the reason why there's conflict in the group is because everybody's jealous of her, so she's created a narrative that she hasn't even tested out by actually talking to people. She's so sure she's right, right? And it's just like, wow, okay, that is like, you know, well, you've now brought out weapons. So this is going to be a proper kind of blood fight now, because saying
Mm,
stuff like that, which is like you married for money pretty much. And it's like, well, this might be true in some cases, but just labeling that is a really big deal. Yeah.
mate,
With
she's
these
coming in.
women. Oof.
She's yeah. Wait till Sutton sees that. Um, yeah, she's coming in hot. She's coming in guns blazing, like to the thing is, though, it's when she's talking to her husband or, one-on-one, when it comes to a group situation, she kind of I feel like she buckles a little bit. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't know how to get through the conflict. She's just in her own mind. I guess she does throw out these things in group things because she said that whole verbally accosted.
Yeah, but it's kind of all over the shop. Like, it's not like, I feel like sometimes it's not like it doesn't feel consistent sometimes. Like, it's
Yeah,
like, okay,
true.
now I'm going to just sort of double down in this area. And it's like, okay, well, you're really doubling down. You're putting a lot of energy into that particular narrative that you've created, but why? Like, why not be inquisitive first? And at the same time, the whole concept of using your manifestation, like, I can't be completely anti it. I'm sure there's something to that on a spiritual
Yeah.
concept. I love that Erica, who's quite desperate now, who's being sued for $25 million, that she is open to it because she's in backs to the wall. You know what I mean? Like, she's the
Right.
only
That's
one that's giving her any grace at all, because she's like, Jesus, I'm out of options here.
anything will do. I'll try anything at this point. I know, I feel bad for her. That's full on.
Yeah, it's the
Um,
first time I felt bad for her as well. Like, I really did, this episode specifically. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it really feels like with Amanda or Scamander that she has come in with this narrative that she wants to paint of her life, her marriage, her manifestation. And if that image or that, storyline that she's trying to portray is going out of whack a little bit, she
Yeah.
can't function.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
and she just keeps trying to bring it back to that. And it was so funny how she was venting to her husband, saying that these guys were not tapping into the manifestation activity. I'm
Yeah.
like, read the room.
Yeah, and I loved her blog afterwards. Did you see that? So there was a blog, and I can't remember if I saw it on a podcast, possibly, but it was somebody's gone back in time to see what she blogged at that particular time, and it was her saying, like, she sort of labeled all the different type of archetypes of people that were resisting manifestation methods. It was a lot of comedy involved in it for me, looking at how delusional she is. So it was great. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, yeah. So, for us, we understand resistance models in change management. So for her, she was using those same models for archetypes of the girls to explain that they just weren't,
No, I must have missed that. Okay, yeah.
yeah, I can't remember which podcast it was now. It
Oh, it was on
may
the podcast.
be
Yeah, okay.
Dana
Oh,
from
yeah.
Beverly Hills. Yeah, she's really getting into it from a perspective of like, okay, what is the company structure? What is it really doing? And she did another
Ah,
one on Maurizio and the agency.
oh,
Amazing. And
really?
I
Okay, I'm
tell
gonna
you
look into
what, Maurizio again going on the Valley. Oh, it's just he's everywhere, and
Was
that's
he on
really
the Valley
interesting as well.
again?
Persian style, yeah,
Oh, yeah, because he went I haven't watched it, but I did see because he's on the showing, whatever. Yeah, MJ's one,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. But he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
he's
See, I
everywhere.
should listen to that, Dana. Is it Dana?
Yeah, I think that's a name, Dana or Dana. But
Yeah.
I think I appreciate people that are following the money a little bit lately. Like, okay, so you're representing yourself this way in the Bravo scape. What's happening behind the scenes? Are we, so for that, it was like understanding what the agency was, because I was like, why is he everywhere currently right now? And we can see that, they were talking about how there's a property downturn. But she looked at the franchise systems that the agency, because we knew he was setting up all over the world. And so the agency's setting it up so you can buy into the franchise. And then he takes 6% of all gross profit of each area, and that there was no rules about overlapping. So he wasn't even protecting if you did end up buying in. And it was like this clause 19 is out of the contract, and she explained what that clause was. And it was really, I love investigative journalism when it's following the money and explaining, hey, actually this would be a risky proposal because of, or maybe this is why. So he's on everything to now have that free advertisement, and that's how he's going to sell these these particular franchises. And then it's like, okay, and maybe that is why they haven't divorced yet. And yeah, just different theories as to maybe, like he's got a bit of a cash flow situation. Who knows? I mean, I do appreciate the follow the money kind of things. And so with Scamander, it's just, I mean, it seems like it's legit. She has made that money and everything. And, other people, like people say, like other people have done these kind of different, grow your wealth type numbers and haven't been successful for whatever reason. Hers has resonated with an audience and she is successful. So, it's interesting because I think it is scammy, but like, it's not like it's illegal. So,
yeah, exactly.
But by going on this show, what did she think she was going to achieve? It's crazy to me.
I really wonder whether she's actually watched the show. I get conflicted about this because I'm like, of course she's watched the show, right? She's living in Carl's house. She probably manifested her way into the show, all of that jazz.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when she talks about the dinner parties and, she's like, I never have cried at a dinner party. And, she's like, don't call me a wimp. I'm like, this is like surface level stuff. Like, have you seen the show? Like, I'm confused. Do you reckon she's watched it or what's going on here?
I don't think she's a fan, right? So I think you could watch it and just not really understand what this show's about. Like, there's a lot of people out there that think they know reality TV. They don't know reality TV. They're not like us and like many other fans out there, like we get it. And I don't think she's somebody that really got what this is. And I think for her, what the driver was fame, right? So she's amassed her fortune. She's now, got her family. And the thing is, we know with things like this, like, okay, you've got your fame, but how is that really manifested for you? Like, you're famous at what cost? Like,
yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Because she's definitely doesn't know how this works. Because like, hello, like this whole thing is about conflict, conflict and resolution. And it's like,
and it's also that your businesses will be investigated. You will be pulled over the coals to ensure that you have high integrity and high morals, because the audience are common people. We're all kind of just normal, average humans on this earth. We enjoy looking at the housewives. It's so fun to see their lifestyles, to see exactly how they've developed over years, how they deal with conflict, all that stuff. But should you be like morally, we don't really tolerate that. So as an audience, because we're just common people, we're not the high part of society that puts up with, that type of thing. Because you're rich, we might just look the other way. Like the public does not do that. Like, we will hold you to account. So she's now put herself in a position where she will be held to account. So I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh, let's see. Is there
Great
anything
rant.
else?
No, there's major, right? So we've really got to talk about Denise and nothing else on Scamander. But for me, remember how much we enjoyed Denise's kind of footage.
Yeah.
What was that show called again with her partner and the kids? And we were talking about it last year, how isn't this nice? Because we're looking at like the Valley at the same time. Like, okay, there was a bit of an overlap, and we're saying, see, at least with Denise, it just seems like wholesome, fun, all of this. And we had no idea that behind the scenes she was dealing with abuse. And it's just like that scene, like her again. See, she's got that vulnerability. She's got the same kind of like values, I feel, as Zoe, you know, don't you think? Yeah, Rachel Zoe. Sorry, Rachel Zoe. Yeah, but Rachel Zoe is got her shit together a bit more, it seems, than Denise. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of their vulnerability, and they're not too cool for school, and that, you know, they've got a lot of that the same. This is why audiences love them. Love them.
Right. Absolutely.
I love Denise. I love her.
Same. Like Denise, again, I mean, she's Denise Richards, first of all. But even back when she first came onto Beverly Hills, do you remember she'd come just raw and authentic, wearing like a singlet, hair in a bun, wearing jeans, and these girls are in like full outfits. So she's just authentically herself, and she doesn't care what other people think. And that's absolutely why we liked her. Also, she's quite chaotic. Like, you know, but she just owns her chaos. Like, and that's what's fun to watch as well. That's why I liked her family show, because it's just like the craziness of her family.
Exactly.
And she's not putting up that Hollywood front. She's like, this is how I am. I've got 10 dogs.
She's
I've
amazing.
Got, and
and
I love
anybody
her.
that adopts a special needs kids, I'm like, you are blessed. Like, you're a good human being. And like everybody just respects that. Yeah, at your core, your value systems are like spot on. And you could see with her and Eloise, like just how beautiful that relationship was. Like she was thriving. Eloise was thriving, you know, is thriving. So yeah, to see then that, you know, she's got all of that going on, and she's got some asshole, which we saw earlier, like, you know, like they mentioned that everybody was like, oh, but nobody thought it was actually physical, but clearly it was, and the proof's there. And he's now done, like his mum put out the, you know, the GoFundMe page.
Did she?
Because she eventually got to kick him and the family out of her. Yeah. And so the mother put a GoFundMe page up to see for them to, it's just like, go get a job, you guys. Like, you've been living off of coattails and like they raised $2,000 because they were homeless and stuff. It's just crazy.
That is crazy. I'm so sad. I'm glad she's on the other side of it though, and she's come out. I actually hope that she comes back onto Housewives.
I really hope so too. She obviously wants the cash. You know, she needs to earn some money. We would welcome her with open arms. I think this scene between her and Erica, how amazing. One, this is how cool she is. When Erica was going through all her stuff, just as a woman to woman, a woman going through a lot, even though they'd had such conflict in the previous seasons, she reached out to Erica to check that she was okay. Like, that's the type of quality woman she is. It's very cool. But yeah, so yeah, we should really talk about Erica and her opening up as well about like the physical abuse. It's pretty crazy.
It's so crazy. It's like you said, you wouldn't think someone like as strong as Erica, you know, she's got a voice. She's not, I don't picture her as being like, I guess not picturing her as being submissive, but you just don't know when you're in that situation, how you would react.
I
but
just
also
think
she
she was so vulnerable, right? So she's now at this point. And so a guy, if she didn't anyway had like been her normal Erica self, which is that strong person, because she's so vulnerable, it's the time that type of person's going to get off the most about being able to, So I can understand how it happened, to tell the truth. Like I felt it was very authentic, and I just think she was in such a vulnerable state, and still is, to tell the truth. I mean, this 25 million, she needs to go bankrupt and just start again and document all of that. Like, I'm so not as anti her as I used to be. I'm really not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, we can see the vulnerable side to her now as well.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we couldn't necessarily see before. She was very closed off before as well.
Yeah, true.
Very much so. It was anyway. Um, but yeah, so sad to hear her recount that. I was shocked to hear when she was first talking about it. I thought maybe it was in one of her marriages or it was a while ago. To hear that it was recently is so crazy. But you're right, she was in such a vulnerable headspace and not necessarily herself. And but I'm glad she identified it and got out of there, sooner rather than later. Um, but yeah, it was nice to hear her share that. Yeah, it was eye opening.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. Who else was there again at the
Sutton.
Sutton? So I could see Sutton just biting her tongue though as well. You can tell Sutton's automatic reaction is to almost not believe it, and then you could see her almost flip and then believe it. And to tell the truth, I was a bit the same way. I'm like, why? Like, let Denise have her moment,
Yeah.
and so my initial thing was like, and then I feel like Sutton's reaction was similar to my own, which was
Oh, really?
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I haven't always been a fan of Erica. I haven't always trusted her. And then I just was like, it was good. And then I was just like, oh, actually, no, this is real. And
Yeah.
one thing for Erica, she's not a liar. She might not share a lot, but she
Yeah.
generally doesn't just outright lie.
No.
Yeah.
I heard no, yeah, I agree. I just remembered that story that she said where she goes, "Tom's been in a car accident, like, around
No.
3 times."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been proven to be true, right?
I know, and it doesn't sound
Which is
true.
crazy. It doesn't sound it at the
Like,
time.
yeah, I've been
Yeah.
going through a lot. Yeah, I know. No. Oh
Yeah,
god.
that's right. It's a
No.
lot.
Full Well, what else happened? I kind of quickly watched the episode. I didn't write notes because I was trying to, yeah, quickly watch it just before.
Well, you just
Uh,
had the 2 kind of, you had the Hamptons and then you had, like,
Other
this
Hamptons, yeah.
other kind of, the discussing of, how it went down with Amanda and that. So it's just that was really it. I did have a look at some show notes here. So just in case we missed anything that I prepared earlier. I think the other thing just to note, is again, why I love her so much is Bizoma just being so vulnerable about her fertility journey,
Oh, yeah.
and how heartbreaking that is. That was the only
Oh,
other note I made.
yeah, the IVF.
Oh,
So full
yeah,
on. So
so
full
full
on.
on.
I'm glad she's sharing it though, like, just to see that like, it's such a hard journey,
Yeah,
um, and to see the process of it all. I don't know how she's doing it filming. It's a lot.
it's a lot.
Um, and
Yeah,
she's opening up about it, which is yeah, which is nice. I honestly love seeing her relationship with her daughter. They have such mature, beautiful conversations.
yeah, it's
I
super sweet.
They're so
Yeah, I mean,
sweet.
I will say they're all great mums. They really
They
are.
are,
Yeah. All
yeah.
right. Well, I think that's a wrap for Beverly Hills. How are you feeling, Nish? Do you think we've covered it?
I think we have oh, no, the only thing we didn't cover was Scamander's cult situation.
Oh, yeah. I kinda looked into it a little bit.
Did
So,
you?
yeah, like, it does seem to be true, like, it does seem to
Mm,
be legit. So, I
yeah.
think, for hers, it's like, okay, there was a couple of years in my where I was involved. I think that's fair. I mean, she was, and she broke away, but it wasn't like there's levels of cult, right?
Right,
So,
yeah.
um, but, it was a religious organization where he was isolating people, he was taking money, and it does fall into the category of cult. So that coercion and those type of
Mm,
behavioral control elements, which, as a younger woman, you'd be really susceptible to. So, yeah,
mm.
I'm looking forward to hearing more about it actually.
Yeah, same. When she first talked about it, I was like, "Oh, is she just sort of hyping it up and doing it for shock value and all of that?" But when she was talking about it, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's definitely like to if this pastor or whoever was trying to dictate who these she marries or who people marry, who they talk to, who they can't talk to." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, that's not right."
And it's a
And not letting
scale,
people
right? So that might
yeah,
just be the beginning. She was only a year and a
exactly.
half or whatever in. You can imagine if you'd been in 10 years, just how different that might be. It could be a lot worse. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear a little bit more about it as well when she tells the group. Good on Erica for finally getting it out of her.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that is a wrap.
Okay, I love it, Nish. Good stuff.
Good stuff. See ya.
See ya.